right, it's Sample Sunday once again. Today I have a Iwai Blue Label from the Mars Distillery in Japan, and it's bottled at 40.5% alcohol by volume. I don't know much else about it, except that last time I had a Iwai whiskey was about 5 years ago, and it was called Iwai Tradition, also from Mars. So this will be my second Mars Distillery whiskey. Get the beard straightened out here. That any better? Whatever. It's in a mason jar. This mason jar was sent to me by Mike Mehnert. He hails from near Sudbury, Ontario, and from what I understand, he breeds Rottweilers. So there you go. And he's quite a bit into Canadian whiskey. He's not so much into Scotch, from what I understand. Maybe he just doesn't like peat, I don't know. But there are many Scotch whiskies that are not peated. Anyways, here we have our Iwai Blue Label, bottled at 45% alcohol by volume. It's a healthy pour, very healthy. It's more than 50 mils. It's about 65 mils. So it's a thick one. Maybe I should put some back. That's better. And I'll have a little bit to sip on in between when I'm editing. There we go. That's about the optimum depth, right to the fattest point of the glass. And maybe that's still a little much. Yeah, it's good. It's close enough. At 40.5% alcohol by volume, I'm not expecting a lot of legs. Oh, they are rapid. And the secondaries are not too bad either. Not bad. Not bad at all. It has a beautiful woody aroma. I'm getting mostly wood. Not that it's overpowering wood. There's some herbal and floral influences as well. I'm getting a little bit of cinnamon and apple. Other spices. Can't really put my finger on them. This does smell good though. I'm trying to put my finger on what that spice is that I'm getting now. It's rich. I like the spice. I like the spice. It's a bit gingery. Ginger. Yeah, I have trouble detecting ginger sometimes, and I have trouble distinguishing it from other things. Some ginger, some coriander. I think it's coriander. Now, underneath all of that, there is some vanilla poking through, but it's mostly dominated by the ginger and spices. Yeah, some apple and cinnamon, like I said before. What else do I get as I go deeper here? You know what? You know what? I'm getting some of that, some of that Mizunara oak. I'm pretty sure they used some Mizunara on this. That's what gives it that spiciness. Or at least I should say that it resembles the Mizunara that they used in the Chivas Regal Mizunara cask and the Glendalough 13 Mizunara oak, which was quite a popular thing about 3 years ago. I haven't looked for it lately. Nobody's been talking about it lately. I don't know why. But yeah, I think there's some Mizunara involved here. That's the only way I can describe that spicy, woody. Okay, well, let's go for a sip. It's well rounded. It's also oily, and that spiciness that was on the nose translates onto the palate, and it's nice. This is easy drinking. Easy drinking with the. Mm. Easy drinking. The Mizunara on the palate is most of what I'm getting. I don't know how long this bottle was open at Mike Mehnert's place, but it is got some big drops sticking to the sides there after the legs have gone down. I'm going to wash that down with a little bit of water. Go for another sip. Yeah, on the palate, this is a lot gentler than what you get on the nose. It fills the mouth with that Mizunara and a little bit of vanilla underneath it. Um, I'd say that the finish is about medium, but the Mizunara part, no, the Mizunara hangs on. It's a spicy Mizunara, um, gingery kind of finish that, yeah, it's still tingling the tip of my tongue after a while. I would have liked a little bit more vanilla and caramel, but this is all right. It'll work for a whiskey that isn't overly heavy, and I imagine you could make a good highball with this, which is the way the Japanese usually or very often drink whiskey. They don't necessarily sip it; they mix it with uh, club soda or whatever, and just enjoy it that way. Or so I'm told. You know, yeah, definitely Mizunara oak involved here. I'm gonna see what adding a few mils of water will do to it. That may have taken some of the spice out of it. Let's see. It's definitely taken some of the spice out of the nose. It's definitely taken some of the spice out of the palate. However, it gives a little bit more. I'm getting a little more apple and cinnamon now than I was before on the palate, but it's not much. A tiny little bit of vanilla too. Basically, this watered it down, but the finish is still lingering pretty well after adding some water to it. The finish is still there. It's that spicy Mizunara, gingery kind of finish. A very interesting little whiskey. It's a nice start to a flight, if you don't mind the oak. Yeah, I suggest adding a little bit of water to tame that heavy Mizunara dominated flavor. And this has civilized the nose quite a bit. Yeah, I could see people enjoying this in a highball. And I guess it's time to say kanpai.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.